Construction Company Limited started the works, but has since suspended its upgrade works at Abramade Sonya roundabout, which is at Chenage 14 plus 250. In the last few years, the Lagos State government has attempted several interventions on the corridor, which have brought some temporary support to the corridor. However, these palliatives or interventions have not been sustainable, and as such, a complete breakdown of the road in the last few years. The Etiosa Expressway was constructed, as I've said, over 40 years ago from Victoria Land to Ekpe, adopting a rural roads cross-section without provision of drain, except for streets located at the intervals to allow runoff percolating to the soil along the valleys. So this highway that we're talking about has been an economic booster, turning the corridor to the fastest growing real estate hub in sub-Saharan Africa, which in itself has occasioned massive economic impact, population influx, and attendant growth. So, what has been the problem? Population growth, massive construction activities, sand dredging, and exponentially increased regular traffic situation has caused a lot of pressure on the roadway, damaging the pavement and reducing its effective use with a very harrowing user experience. The damage to the roadway has been so immense by the government in construction and poor maintenance practices. You see the slides, they show the extent of deterioration of the road. You see the road is practically gone, and the roadway width has been practically reduced. So now, you can see that's another picture showing the present situation of the road. Now, what is the present situation in terms of the condition of this road? See, the reconstruction process of Etiosa-Lekki Expressway has stopped at Abramade, leaving the stretch between Abramade Sonya and Ekpe Junction unattended to. And this stretch has caused a lot of pain and discomfort to the residents and motoring public. You will agree with me that a journey of 30 minutes, maybe from Abramade Sonya to Ekpe Junction, which should maybe take 30 to 45 minutes, now take as much as 4 hours, and usually a lot more. So the agitation and concerns of the previous and present government, and over time, palliatives have been initiated by the state to help put this road in fairly motoring condition. The palliative has involved the Lagos State Public Works and other private construction companies. The continued repair of the roadway without addressing the drainage issues has become very expensive, unproductive, unsustainable, and a blight on the infrastructural drive of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. Unfortunately, the palliative has not yielded the desired result, as the underlying cause of failure of the pavement, which is drainage related, were not addressed. I will just borrow the phrase often used by my special advisor that the road is as good as its drainage system. Once the drainage is bad, you can be rest assured that the road will be bad. And if the road is good, then you can be rest assured that the drainage will be good. So, there are a lot of interventions that have happened over time. And these interventions are in line with the transportation and traffic management pillar of the team development agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to address areas and causes of traffic bottlenecks. These are another slides of showing the pictures of the phase section along the corridor. So, what is the solution to these problems going forward? So, in view of the enormity of the problems, a two-tier approach to solving the problem was agreed on, a short-term and a long-term solution. The short-term solution entails palliatives initiated by the state government to keep the road in fairly good condition and allow for its continuous use. This palliative initiative has involved the Lagos State Public Works Corporation and outsourcing to private construction companies. And what is the long-term solution? And that is why we are here today, is to embark on the reconstruction of that stretch, that outstanding stretch from Abramade Sonya to Ekpe Junction. And that will be handled in two phases. Two phases. The phase 1 will be from the Eleko Junction to Ekpe Junction, where the phase 2 will be from Abramade Sonya to Eleko. And we're starting with phase 1 because that's the most critical section of this stretch. So, on the short-term solutions, as I've said, PwC has done a lot of work, but we found that it's not sustainable. Those are pictures showing activities of PwC and other companies that have assisted us. Now, this brings me to the scope of works for the project that we are going to flag off today. You have most of this information in the booklet with you, but more importantly, I would just like to stress that in the conceptualization of this project, we presented to Mr. Governor and Mr. Deputy Governor 3 options for the pavement. We had option of flexible pavement, that's asphalt pavement. Then the other one is the semi-rigid, which is interlocking stone. And then the third one is rigid, full rigid pavement. That is like the one you have along Apako Shoot, the expressway. So I'm pleased to inform you that after due consideration, that the governor and deputy governor are adopting rigid pavements. It is the most expensive, most enduring, and long-lasting. So the people in this corridor are bound to enjoy this road. The rigid pavement has the advantage of having over 40 years design life. So I can tell you that with little or no maintenance, this road will stand the test of time. And this is the most important slide in this presentation. You could see that's the cross-section of the road. The right of way is 50 meters. We're only using 30 meters for the road itself. And we're allowing 20 meters. You could see on the left, that is on the screen, you could see the rail line corridor. We are being proactive. We know that one day will change. We will turn to using rail. So we have made provision for that in this contract, and that's there. And as I've also said, you know, drainage is an issue. A road is as good as it's drainage. We have drains on both sides of the road, so we do not have a problem about drainage. You can also see that at the center of the median, for security, we have lights, that is street lights, double arm, that will be on throughout the night. So safety is guaranteed. Then next slide, please. Those people who cannot appreciate the cross-section that I've just shown, this is a 3D view of what it would look like on completion. You could see that at the outer lane, you could see truck. That's dedicated for truck. One of the lanes will be dedicated for truck. Then the 2 inner lanes in each direction will be for cars. Then again, we also anticipate the fact that even when there's a breakdown, when the truck has a breakdown, so we've made opening that could allow the trucks to move in and out, so that without delaying others behind. So that is one of the things that we've added to this, which we know that will help the project. So now, the socio-economic benefits of the project. The reconstruction and upgrade on completion will connect several communities, several communities along this route that it will connect, about 10 of them. It will also complement the newly completed and the ongoing Ekpe network of roads and ease transportation of goods and services through Ekpe to other neighboring states. It will improve road and network connectivity. It will improve traffic flow. It will improve safety of lives and property value. Others are contained in the booklet. But more importantly, the road at completion will improve access to the Lekki Free Trade Zone, which is recording large-scale infrastructure development, such as Dangote Refinery and other industries within the zone, attracting increasing volume of trade within the corridor. Now, this brings me to the the contractors that will execute this project. So the contractor is Messrs. Cranebrook Construction Company Limited. I will tell you that they are tried and tested, and they are ready to accelerate the project delivery. This company has a proven capacity and track record on similar projects in personnel, equipment, and coordination of construction activities. Even as I speak, this contractor is working for major arterial roads within Ekpe Township. So they are there and they are doing very well. So the contractor is willing and ready to take ownership of the requisite state-of-the-art works and equipment yard that can deliver the project execution. Furthermore, I assure you that this contractor has adequate depth of understanding with the grasp for project execution. In conclusion, I'm pleased to inform you that courtesy of our dynamic governor, the journey to blissful, pain-free, speedy, and safe motoring begins today with this epochal flag off for the reconstruction and upgrade of the stretch between Eleko Junction and Ekpeti Junction at a distance of 18.75 kilometers, coming as phase 1 of the reconstruction exercise. This phase will be completed in 20 months from today. The phase 2 of the project, which will start from Adesoye roundabout to Eleko Junction, which is a total distance of 26.7 kilometers, will follow on the successful completion of phase 1. So it is my prayer that God will spare our lives in good health to be able to witness the completion of this project and the commencement of the next phase. Thank you for your attention. God bless. Thank you.
Let's give the permanent secretary another round of applause. Mr. Governor, sir, and his deputy, all other courtesies duly extended. With your kind permission, sir, let me also quickly recognize another member of the House of Assembly representing Ekpetu constituency, Honorable Sylvester Ogunkelu Sketel. You are very much welcome. Let me also introduce the chairman of Ekpe local government, Honorable Doyin Adesanya. You are very much welcome. Mr. Governor, sir, all other courtesies duly extended. Next, we'll take some goodwill messages. First on the lineup is the Chairman House Committee on Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Abiodun Tobu. You are invited, sir.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank God for making today a reality. I stand on the permission of the Right Honorable Speaker to address this House as the Chairman of House Committee on Works and Infrastructure. Mr. Governor, sir, you are sincerely most welcome to our land. I want to welcome the Deputy Governor. I want to welcome the SA Special Advisor to the Governor on Works and Infrastructure, our sister, who has been doing wonderfully well. I want to welcome the leadership of our party, the chairman of our great party. You are sincerely welcome, sir. Our former speaker, you are welcome, sir. Right Honorable Kuforiji. The senator, incoming senator, inshallah, you are welcome, sir. The chief of staff, you are sincerely welcome. KBSU, through you to all KBSC here, you are most sincerely welcome. Our leader, the divisional leader of our party in Ekpe division, Alhaji Shakiru Akoni Seriki, Bamu alias Akoni Osunkola Lasheri, Omotani Shehu Kuwaso, you are most welcome, sir. Our leader, Doctor, you are welcome, sir. My dear brother, Baba Oyedele, you are welcome. I'm just handling it in no specific order. Anisha, you are most sincerely welcome, sir. The Alara of Ilara, I cite you, sir, I greet you. The Onito Omo, and most of Obas, the chiefs, the clergymen, the chief imams, the community leaders, the youth, the market men and women, the good people of Ekpe division, we welcome you to this epoch-making occasion. Thank you very much. Mr. Governor, we want to appreciate you so most sincerely for deeming it fit to develop this road. It shows sincerely that your government, with your deputy, and the special advisor, with your team, the special advisor and commissioner, you are government that listens. And you are government that know the hearing of the people, and you are readily available to do that to them. We appreciate you, sir. You're most welcome. We want to appreciate the Obas through the Chairman Council of Obas and Chief in Ekpe Division, through you to all the Obas. We appreciate you. We appreciate your effort. We appreciate the leaders, our political leaders. So many of them are here. I can't start mentioning them because I have a limited time to stay. To hold the mic, we want to appreciate you. From Baba Alhaji Akoni Seriki to all the political leaders who have been clamoring, pestering, disturbing the government. We appreciate you so much. Then we want to appreciate the governor for the trust of the contractor, Mr. Framework Nigerian PLC. We have seen what they have done in the past, and I can attest to it that they are meant to give us a very good job. That I can assure you. So I want to appeal to you to please deliver the standard you are known for. nothing short of it. Please, you have told me Epe is your town. So we want you to do the road leading to your town very, very well. God bless you, sir. Well, Mr. Governor, you succeeded in putting your name in the annal of history. You have written your name in gold in the mind of the people of the Epe division. You know quite sure that if this road is developed, the socio-economic infrastructure of our community will be enhanced. The value of property will be enhanced. And people will live in Epe and work in Lagos. The tension of people being killed will be reduced. And at the end of the day, the socio-economic environment of Epe will boom. Epe division will boom, which will surely bring revenue to the coffers of the of the state government, because we shall all be paying our land use charge as at when due. Sir, I don't want to take too much of your time. Like a parliamentarian that we are known for, we just want to make, do I call it an appeal? Do I call it a suggestion? One, as beautiful as these roads we have seen, please, we want to appeal to you, sir. Please put a way bridge. Please put a way bridge so that this road that the PS has told us will last 40 years will surely come and last 40 years. So we want that to. You have told us you're going to review the contract from Abraham to Eleko Junction. We are aware of what is going on there. We are not here to go to that. I want to tell you, please, for God's sake, help us to review it quickly and do that, so that whoever is coming to Epe or going out of Epe will have a smooth drive. And these two will lead us to those roads from Epe to Ijebu-Ode. So if that one is fixed, we'll just discover that within a GV, anybody can connect from Lagos to Ijebu-Ode without any much problem. So we want to appeal to you, sir. Have this at the back of your mind, and God will help you. God will strengthen you, and God will bless your government to be able to do more for us. We people from Epe, we love you. We love you. We can say it equivocally. And that is why we have displayed that in our last election. It's not the number of votes. The number of votes, but the number of the registered voters, the number of vote cast, and the number of registered voters. And we are about to say before the party chairman that we display the love we have for you. And we are happy that you are equally reciprocating. God will bless you, sir. We want to appreciate the youth of Epe division. Sincerely, they have been agitating for this. They have been agitating. They nearly snuff life out of most of the political leaders. They castigate us so easily on social media. And I make it point of duty. Once they give us the blow, I pass it to the deputy governor, I pass it to the special advisor. So at the final level, special outcome, that your problem is too much. I said, when they allow me to breathe, I will allow you to breathe. Thank God today is coming to pass. So God bless you. Then I equally want to appeal to you, sir, that you need to seek approval, if possible, from the federal government to give you that power to be able to fix Ito-Ikinye road. We have seen the places that they are doing, which is okay, but it may not be able to last the test of time. And once the essence of this place being free and the other area being shut down, and knowing I don't trust that pass through Ikorodu road. So we want to appeal to you, sir. Get necessary approval from the federal government and be able to fix that road. We will most appreciate that. Sir, don't mind me, sir, there is one community in our area, sir. I'm rounding up, sir. There is one community in our area that accommodated almost 58 communities. And these communities, I'm telling you, can give the Lagos State government 20,000 housing units. And that's a community spanning from Eleko Junction to Ito-Omu. The governor has been able to do that in Ito-Omu. And it's just a small bridge linking that place. If that place is done, it will take all those traffic off those roads and they will bust out at Eleko. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, and Mr. Governor, sir, without taking too much of your time, I want to show sincere appreciation on behalf of our people, and I want to assure you that any day, anytime, we are solidly behind you. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's give Honorable Topo another round of applause. Mr. Governor and his deputy, sir, all other courtesies duly extended. Let me, with your kind permission, also introduce a member of the House of Representatives representing Etiosa Federal Constituency, Honorable Ibrahim Obanikoro. You are very much welcome. Mr. Governor, sir, next I will respectfully take the microphone to His Royal Majesty, the Oloja of Epe, Oba Kamorudeen Animashaun, for his goodwill message.
Hello, good afternoon. All other protocols duly observed, but Mr. Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Quadri Hamzat, Chief of Staff, Mr. Tayo Ayinde, Managing Director Greenberg, Construction, Mr. Gilbert, all members of the Cabinet, good afternoon to you all. Mr. Governor, on behalf of all the Obas and indigenes of the division, including all the citizens that pass through these houses, we say a big thank to you and your cabinet on this occasion of this most anticipated road construction, because you have already done well, and we are all with you. By goodness, you move forward. You will move forward. You will move forward to the next level by God's grace. Because you promise and you feel. You said it and you did it. You did it more than we expected by giving us this concrete road construction, which is going to last for 40 years. By God's grace, God will be with you. God will guide you. Because he didn't say, despite all this problem, the hurdles that happens in Lagos State, you still consider that we are people. We are your people and you are our people. And we are your back. We will give you necessary support you need in Lagos State and Epe as a whole. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Let us say Kabiyesi. Thank you very much, sir. Next, I will invite the representative of the contractor, Messrs. Greenberg Construction. Mr. Gilbert Sassini.
His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, all other protocols observed. Kabisi, I skipped the protocol on this one. We are in your territory. So as we flag off this 18.75 kilometer stretch of highways spanning Eleko Junction all the way to Epe Junction, we find ourselves entrusted with this sacred responsibility of delivering a world-class highway with the highest of specifications, from stormwater drainage on both sides to electrical and data underground facilities and street lights, and finally the highest of specifications, a rigid concrete pavement that will grant this road a superior lifespan. Honorable Topo, to answer your query, we are actually adding 2 way bridges, one on each side, with a major lay-by for the trucks. We at Greenberg will ensure that we minimize as much as is humanly possible any inconvenience to our fellow citizens from traffic complications that could occur during the construction period. In addition, we shall establish night shifts in a bid to reduce the total duration of the project and bring about this essential traffic and socio-economic solution to the Epe corridor, specifically, and Lagos State at large. But we definitely need the help of the youth of Epe for security and so on if we want to work at night. So guys, we're relying on you. We're grateful to His Excellency and the Lagos State Ministry of Works for the confidence reposed in us to execute this project. that is of great importance to the administration and to ourselves. We pledge to you that we shall work tirelessly to justify your trust in us. We thank you all, great Lagosians, for this opportunity, and especially thanks our host communities in anticipation of their usual cooperation and support. This major infrastructure project will also have a lot of backward integration that will create job opportunities for the skills and the unskilled, skill acquisition, along with construction material and consumable business opportunities. We are confident that we shall deliver an on-time and on-cost project, and hopefully we shall meet again to commission in another 3 months from today. Once again, I thank you all and wish God's continued blessing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Governor and his deputy, all other courtesies duly extended. The last couple of weeks have been very testy for many state governments and the Federal Capital Territory. But for the man at the apex of leadership in the center of excellence, he has not only been focused, he has remained composed, firm, humane, and has refused to be distracted despite the antics of fifth columnists and undesirable elements. Mr. Governor is providing sound and exemplary leadership to all the residents of Lagos State. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please let us all rise as I respectfully invite Mr. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu to the podium to address this gathering and formally flag off this project. Mr. Governor, sir, you are respectfully invited.
Now. Tún kọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Ẹ jókòó, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa ẹ jókòó. Thank you very much. Ẹ kó òyìnbó náà ti sọ látàárọ̀. Èmi máa sọ Yorùbá jàre. Ẹ kó òyìnbó náà ti sọ wọ́n kàn sọ ńláńláńláńláńláńlá. Ẹ káàsán o. Ẹ wọ ẹ̀sọ́ o. Ṣé ń bá yín lé? One for some when it's Thank you very much. The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, members of the National Assembly here present, Honorable Wale Raji, Honorable Ogani Koro, former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Sabiat Iku Foriji, members of the State House of Assembly here present, Honorable Biodun Tomu, Honorable Ogunkelu, Honorable Moji, Honorable Rahim. Thank you all very much for being part of this historic occasion. Members of the State Executive here present in large number, from the SSG to the Chief of Staff, and to your daughter, who is an indigene of Ekpe Division, our Special Advisor, Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Aramide Adeoye. She's one of our strongest members in the cabinet. Thank you very much, Engineer Aramide. Mokomoyini, Chairman of our great party, Honorable Tunde Balogun, thank you very much for your support and always being with us and encouraging us. Other party leaders that we have here, Dr. Tola Kasali, Excellency Bodio Yedile, Alaji Bam Bam Bam, I'd like to say Shakiru, thank you very, very much. Our incoming distinguished senator, thank you. Your day will come. We will cast our vote for you. Ekpe will vote for you. We will deliver you whenever they say we should do the election. We know your capability. And by the grace of Almighty God, you will be there. Whenever they say they are ready, we are ready. Our royal fathers, several of you here today, but I would honestly want to acknowledge the Oloja of Ekpe, His Royal Majesty Oba Kamoruddin Shola Animasharam. I want to acknowledge the Alara of Ilara, His Royal Majesty Oba Olufolarin Olukayode Ogunsanwo, the Onitimu of Itomu, His Royal Majesty Oba Taiwo Yusuf Badamosi, the Olu of Ekpe, His Royal Majesty Oba Sefiu Adewale. I also want to acknowledge all the Baales, all the title holders of our great Ekpe Kingdom. Acknowledge each and every one of you. Thank you very, very much.